Yo, 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 yo. The Southern Gooner, Matt, is in the building with the partner in crime, the man himself, Lee Gunner. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, man. And say we are top
Top
league.
league.
Top league. We are top league. Say we are top league. 8 points clear. Catch us if you can, City.
8, man. Woke up this morning, bro. The first thing I saw when I logged into IG was Theo Walcott.
Yeah. Ben White did it yesterday, bro. Ben White did it. It was funny, man. It was all kicking off at the end. Yeah, Richarlison was just being a baby. I'll see something today. I didn't even see it when the game was on. Martinelli went to take a corner, and then Richarlison was running his mouth. So Martinelli offered to shake his hand. He didn't want to shake his hand. Then I see it's always Richarlison. Then I see Richarlison again trying to stop us from taking a quick throw in. So Tommy Yasu just put his arm in the way. I'm like, yeah, I'm loving the team at the minute, man. They got a little bit of backbone. It's nice.
Yeah, man. It was a scene yesterday. You know, I told you I was tied up yesterday, so I had to rewatch the game. But I was listening to the broadcast and to you and Ola at the same time, and so I was able to hear what was going on. And then I happened when I got in the car, I was in a traffic jam, so I was able to catch the last few seconds of the game. So I saw Richarlison's push Ramsdale in the face, and then what about that jackass fan yesterday, man? I mean, you know, he had to come all the way down the steps, go past security, hop onto the airboard, and then kick him. There's like 10 steps to get to him, you know. Hopefully he got put in jail because I didn't see what happened after that. But hopefully,
saying that he's going to be banned. They haven't located who he is yet, but they are. I haven't seen anything today. Maybe they found him today, but they're going to ban him for life. So rightly so as well. And mate, that was crazy. And again, that was Richarlison. Yeah. And the thing is, all Ramsdale did was kiss the badge.
Yeah.
Put his tongue out. Bro, when you've got 5,000 fans standing behind you, giving you the big in all game, you have a little bit of banter every now and again. This guy's known for doing banter as well, like against Southampton, other teams, Everton and all that. Bro, it's always that lot that have to take it too far. It is banter. Yeah, and I've seen people on social media today trying to stick up for the fans, saying he shouldn't be doing that. He could cause a riot. Okay, so it's all right for you not to call him all names under the sun, but when he kisses the badge and sticks his tongue out, now you want to beat him up. Like, come on, man, get real.
Bro, you got Richarlison right there doing pigeon dances and everything else, and it's like, nah, it's a big issue, man. But you know, it is what it is. We got that dub the first time. What, Lee? 15 years. We
do you know what? I thought it was 15. We got.
Is it 10?
No, yeah, 2014 when we beat them at their ground, we did the double.
Okay, I didn't realize that. We've been in such dire straits the last few years. I didn't even realize.
That last win at their ground feels like 15 years.
Yeah, it does. It does, man. So yeah, we got that 8 points clear, and all is well. I wanted to give a special shout out to Hugo Lloris. I want to give him a 10 out of 10 for his performance yesterday. That was some world class scoring that he did for us, and I want to let him know that means a lot from the bottom of my heart. You know, and I really appreciate that.
What a player. I've always rated.
World class, man. World class. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. Want to give a shout out to everybody in this chat. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, me and Lee, that's why we late. We both trying to cook behind the scenes, trying to get food ready to go. Tony's in the building. We've got Jimbo in the building. I'm just gonna kind of go cycle through these, y'all, and we'll come back. And if y'all got any questions, we'll answer them there towards the end. My man Taib is in the building. Lee, late again. Lateness is greatness, people. Y'all should know that by now, man. You know, Capo, what's up, my boy? In the building as well. Gary is in the building. My partner in crime on Mondays. I'll be on there with him today at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. And let's see here. We got Footy. We got Jack is in the building. And so let's get down to business, Lee. Let's talk about this transfer window, bro. Saturday, you know, me and you've had lengthy discussions about this, that signing from that cat from the Ukraine, as I'm going to refer to him as from here out, the cat from the Ukraine. You know, $90 million was already to us out of line for a player that had only played like 12 games. Hadn't played since, what was it, November? I think it was in November or something like that. Hadn't played, yeah. And so realistically, anything we would have paid for him would have been overpaying for him in my book. You're overpaying for a cat like that. The problem that I have with the whole scenario, this is the entire problem I have, is that we wasted 2 solid weeks. Actually, you can go all the way back to the summer. We've wasted months chasing a player who really did not even want to come to us anyway, when we have the answers to our problems sitting in the league. I feel like, me personally, we've got the answer to our problem is sitting right in the league. You got Zaha, and we'll name them off. Zaha, Trossard. You got all these players that are already in the league that you can pay for what you were paying for one player. You can go out and get 3 or 4 players.
Yep.
So, Lee, what do you make of all of this time being wasted? And that Edu, this is not the only window he's wasted time in, because me and you were heavy on him about the summer window, and he literally cost us Champions League back in January last year in that window there. So this is like his 3rd window. And Lee, me and you both know we've worked in the corporate world. You don't perform your job, it's time to go home.
Yeah, damn straight, it's time to go home. And it's mad, really, isn't it? Because, like, yes, he's done a lot of things right, like with players that we've signed. Like, we can all sit here right now, Monday the 16th of January, and hold our hands up and say, we got it wrong about Aaron Ramsdale. Yeah, but we're happy we got it wrong, people. We can sit here right now and say, Martin Odegaard, bro, you're showing me exactly what this club and all its fans were telling me that I should be seeing. He has been unbelievable this season. He's obviously watching the shows, Matt. Real talk, because he's now shooting from distance.
He had to have heard me and you talking. He had to have heard me and you talking, especially after yesterday's shot.
Bro, that was nearly 30 yards out, like a little straight in the bottom corner. Big up Martin Odegaard. Yeah, we have seen that Edu's gone out there and signed some very good players: Zinchenko, Jesus, Martin Odegaard, Aaron Ramsdale, Ben White at right back, revelation. Like centre back, I still don't want to see him there ever again. But I feel like we're never going to see him there ever again. All the time he keeps playing like this at right back. Yeah, man said butter hands.
Butter hands, bro. Le butter. Le butter.
Yeah, we've got some good signings in there. Yeah, Gabriel, I think, has been our best centre back in away games this season, and he's done some good. He has done some good. But now let's look at some of the bad he's done. Runnison, Nuno Tavares, Willian,
Sambi
Lakonga.
Well, at least some people would say, there's a player there, and my problem with Lakonga, and I've said this many times over on your channel. I said he should have been loaned out.
Yep. Because
we're asking, and this is the problem. This is a pattern that I'm seeing with Edu. Not to cut you off, but I just see this pattern where he's getting these players who have not really proven themselves, and you're bringing them into a situation where we have expectations of y'all need to be ready to go. We don't have time to waste like 4, 5, 6 years on potential players. And that's what happened while we went through that rut for the last year or two, where we had potential players, but we don't have players that could come in and get the job done to help us get over the line. And so you're bringing in these youngsters like Lakonga, who should be at Palace or somewhere else, really getting his feet dug in. And he's coming into games where we're expecting him to live up to what Odegaard or Partey or what Jacques is doing, and it's really not fair to the kid.
Mate, 100%, bro. I totally agree, and I think the thing is, we've seen with Marquinhos, he's another one that's coming. Like, he's on that list as well. It's not really working out for him right now, And then we add in Pablo Mari and Cedric Suarez. Like, all of a sudden, Edu's gone from having great players that are playing great right now, or very good players that have come in, didn't really do it at the beginning, but are now showing their quality after a year or two in the league. Yeah, maybe some of them a little bit quicker than that, but that's great. And they're starters and they're playing fantastic. But then on the flip side of that, you have equal amount of number of players that have done absolutely nothing at this club. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. And are either not here or shouldn't be here. Then you add in the new contracts. Rob Holding got a new contract. Yeah, El Neni got a new contract. Granit Xhaka, cool, we'll give that one a pass because he's been superb this season. But then there's contracts that need renewing. Saliba, Saka, Martinelli. What's happening with all three of them? We've been in negotiations with Saka since April last year. April, bro, we're midway through January the following year. Like, it's mad. Saliba came out after the game and said that he wants to stay and the agent's working on it. Bro, I've heard that all along many times, yeah? So then you look at what Edu's done since the last transfer window. Okay, cool. We got in two of Mikel's mates from Man City that have actually elevated as levels, along with Saliba coming back in. I think them three, yes, Zinchenko, Jesus, and Saliba have elevated the mentality as well. Not just the level on the field, but the mentality as well. Right. So did he have to work really hard to negotiate them two from City? Not really. Mikel did the groundwork. It weren't him. Yeah, Saliba, well, come on, let's be real here. Yeah, the only reason he activated that clause in the contract on New Year's Eve or the day before is because he hasn't signed a new contract. So cool, well done. I could have activated that. Then you look at what he's actually been doing since the 1st or 2nd of September when the window shut to now. He's been piss-arsing around, Matt, with this Ukrainian guy, putting in 3 bids that are lowball. And all I keep hearing now is after the event, oh, yes, we're not going to get in a bidding war. Well, we did.
Nobody brought that up, Lee. All weekend I kept hearing people throw out the $90 million. And I was like, has anybody realized that we started with what, 25 million and then went all the way up to 90 million? We entered at 88 million. I think that's what they said. 88 million is what we entered at. Bro, that's a bidding war. You going back and forth, you know? Yeah, you're right.
We knew the price.
Yeah.
We knew the price, and football's changed, Matt. It's not like in the old days where you can sit and negotiate fees and all of that. No, you want the player, bang, pay the money.
Yeah.
This ain't 2004.
Yeah, we're not scouting. We don't have the old Wenger scouting network where we could go get world-class players for pennies on the dollar, and then they come over. You know, we can go get Thierry Henry from over at Juventus, and nobody really knows about this guy. You know, no, those days are over. No, Scout Nation
got money now. Yeah,
hey, Scout Nation blew that out the water. All these YouTube channels blew all that out the water. That's over, bro. Those days are over. The most mediocre player is overhyped on YouTube now. So no, all bets are off. What concerns me the most about this whole situation, Lee, is that we have revealed our hand financially. And so these teams now will require us to pay top dollar for anybody we show up to get now, because they know we have the bag. They know we have the bag now.
Oh, facts, absolute facts. And this is where he's cocked up. Yeah, because he's gone out there, he's played his hand, he's wasted all this time, months since the summer, and especially since September. Yeah, he's gone out there and basically told the world we got 70 million to play with, plus add-ons, which is just ridiculous. Like, I can't understand what he's been doing. I can't understand why he's still got a job, if I'm honest. Like, he should not be here, bro. Real talk. After the way he has dealt with that transfer, regardless of whether we wanted him or not, the club wanted him.
Yeah,
the club wanted him. If they wanted him that badly, pay the money.
Yeah.
And they haven't paid the money. Now they've told everybody, oh, we've got loads of money and we also need a player. So now we're going to go and buy a player that's probably over the odds again.
Yeah.
Mad.
Actually,
with 100 mil, we could have gone and got Houssem Aouar. We could have gone and got Tillemans. We could have gone and got Wilfried Zaha. We could have gone and got Trossard. We could have gone and got centre-back from Palace, Anderson, swap Rob Holding and 25 mil. All of that totals 100 million. And now we've got 5 bench options. Yeah? Plus we still have Smith Rowe. Plus we still have Tommy. Plus we still have Vieira. We've now got 8 bench options. Instead, this idiot has been rolling around Poland. What is he still? He's on the club expenses, by the way.
Yeah, he's on payroll. Yeah, he's on our payroll, going all over. Yeah, all over.
Jet and all of that, because you know he ain't flying EasyJet or Wizz Air.
Yeah,
that ain't happening. Yeah, he's going to be on a nice private jet. He's going to be sipping on the finest foods and champagnes. Yeah, all to do what? Get blown out the water by Chelsea. Well, this is where I have the issue with it. Yes, we didn't want the player, But at the same time, if you want the player, Edu, pay the money. They made it clear. And this, I want to come back to what David Ornstein and all these little media puppets keep saying. Yes, publicly they want 100 million euros, but behind the scenes they will accept less. How much did they accept, Matt?
Yeah, they took 80, what was it, 80, 90 million, 100 million for this guy? 100 million euros. That's what they wanted. Yeah, they said
again in the gutter because he said behind the scenes they'll take less.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't because we put 3 bids in before Chelsea put a bid in.
Yeah.
And our bid was 5 million less than that. It was 95 million euros all in.
Yep.
Yeah, with add-ons. Yeah. So they wanted the 100 mil. So David Ornstein, stop listening to him because he don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, genuinely, he has no idea what he's talking about. And then Chelsea, you know when we get intermediaries to help do a deal, we were Chelsea's intermediary.
Yeah, we were the middleman. Yeah, we were the middleman. Yeah,
we done all the groundwork, Matt.
Yeah,
and then they just come in and took the player.
Yep. And another thing about this whole thing is that this is not the first time in the last 2 windows this happened. We had it happen with Rafinha. We wasted time with him. Remember that? Everybody, we was running, Rafinha. And where did he end up going? Barcelona. Had no intentions. Why do we get in these situations? Why does Edu allow us to get in these situations where he just meddles around with players that have absolutely no intention? Whereas you've got a cat like Zaha, who has made it known, we know he's Arsenal through and through, cost a fraction of what all these players that we've been linked with cost. You've got Ivan Toney. True, he's got his little, things going over his head, but that remains to be seen. You could have got him in the summer for pennies on the dollar. You got Matomo, sitting over there at Brighton, pennies on the dollar. You got Trossard sitting over there, pennies on the dollar. Hell, Lee, this is one of the few times you hear me say this, but why are we not even looking for a loan?
Exactly.
We can find two. Now, of all the times that they like to use loans, this is the time to go say, you know what? Let's go get two or three loan players to come in. Let's see what they're about, and if they're cooking, we'll bring them in on a permanent deal. The incompetency of him and Vinay is quite amazing to see. And I'm gonna tell you this. I think at the root of this, I really think that they had no intentions of being high as we are now. They probably thought, okay, we'll scrape, we'll try to get in the 4th, and we'll be cool. But now that everything's turned up on side his head, now you got to actually go out and do some work. And now we're starting to find out how big of a fraud this guy is. Yep.
Absolute facts, bro. He should not be here. Real talk. He should not be at this football club. Yeah. He shouldn't be here. Bro, I've said it so many times. How can you go and give 3 million euros for Marquinhos when he was free? Just to keep good relations with the football club.
Yeah. Look at the money we spent on Vieira.
Like Ralstonelli for something like allegedly that he'd done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Look at the amount of money we spent on Vieira. And then you're not even going to the bench in the last several games outside of the Oxford match. We're not even going to the bench to get this gentleman. That speaks volumes. And it's the reality. The reality of the situation is you have to ask yourself, is Arteta going to him with a list of players saying, okay, I want this player, that player, here we go. And then he comes back. It's like if your girl is to send you to the grocery store, Lee, this is what I need you to get. I need you to get some bacon, eggs, and ham. And you come back with a Sprite, a bag of chips, and Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It looks like that's the way our transfers go. It looks like, okay, this is what I want, but you come back with something completely different. Or you stay in the grocery store for 4 hours and you come home with nothing, with no money. So where the hell did the money go?
Exactly. What you been doing all day?
Yeah, what you been doing? We've heard that. We've had that happen before. What you been doing all day? You know how that go. Yeah. And so that's where we at now with Edu. Hey, bro, the hell you been doing all this time, man? Because we got one dude that's been played the fill out of us, but then there's no other options. And with 16 days. So now everybody in the whole world knows what's going on. And I said this on a fan count with you. I said we're gonna wait all the way we're gonna go right all the way to the last hour again, like we did. Remember, people forget we put in a bid for Douglas Luiz. Last day, we put a bid in for him to come over here. And where did he go? Aston Villa. We waste an absorbent amount of time in the transfer window. And this is historical. This is historical. We were told several things. We were told players would not run down contracts. They made it known that players would not run down contracts. We got players running down contracts. We got deadwood. We got players we can't sell. Lee, what is going on in the back room over at Arsenal? Because this guy here,
tumbleweed, bro. That's what's going on. You can just hear tumbleweed flying past.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It blows my mind this weekend. We were putting $90 million on a player that has played a piece of a season for a team full of guys that wash cars on Monday afternoon. That's what we were getting ready to pay $90 million for. When you got all of these players out here that we could bring in. Under Wenger, we heard, we got to bring in player who can a special player, and then there's nobody in the world of football that can come in and make this team better. Because they said that they were looking for players that would get us to the next level. So there's no players in the world that can get us to the next level. That's at a reasonable cost. I mean, we got to start asking these questions. The fans, we are at a level now that the fans have got to start putting pressure on this regime. We're in first place. I'm going to start hammering this a lot. We're in first place. We are at the top of the table. Arsenal needs to grow up and act like adults. We need to start acting like an adult. We're not going to be getting these players for cheap anymore. That's over with. That's done and dusted. We have got to stop with this pulling up to these teams, Scrooge McDucking our way to signing players. Well, you used to. Did you ever watch Popeye growing up, Lee?
Yeah, man.
You remember Blimpy? You remember Blimpy? Blimpy? He showed up. He always used to go, "Hey man, I'll give you a quarter for a hamburger today." On next year.
Yeah.
You remember that? That's what we do. That's what we do.
We are literally taking the piss. I swear down. We are taking the mick. And the thing is, this has gone on for years. Yeah, but Matt, we're not respected in the hierarchy of other clubs. Like, why would Edu's going to walk into a football club and sit down and say, boom, 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 and everyone's going to respect him? Come on, get out of here, man. Yeah, bro, if you look at the players that we've signed, no other clubs wanted them. Like, let's be real. Yes, we've signed some very good players. Where was Aaron Ramsdale going? Nowhere. Nobody wanted him. Yeah. Where was Odegaard going? Nowhere. Nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
Where was Jesus going? Nowhere. Nobody wanted him. Thomas Partey. Nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
Real talk. We can go through the whole team of players.
That was the easiest one, Lee. That was the easiest one because all he had to do was pay the release fee, the release clause.
And it took him all summer to do it.
Yeah, that's right. Into the last day of the window. Yeah, that's right. It was the last day of the window.
You knew the eyes.
Yeah.
The calm.
Yeah. You look, they was over here with these promotional photos, and they were talking about over here in LA watching the sorry ass Rams, and nobody was bringing up transfers. I mean, I told you our PR department is some of the best in the world, man. I really hope the PR department gets paid because the spin that they put out is some of the best stuff I've ever seen. Dudu says Martinez Vlahovic. Oh, is that I can't really pronounce that? Is that a war?
Wow.
Is that, okay.
Okay. There's another one.
Yeah. The list just keeps on going, man. Over and over and over. These are all players that we were in for. You could have had Hassan Mawar for pennies on the dollar.
He's literally got 6 months left on his contract.
Yeah.
Now.
It was somebody else I saw recently that was playing over in Spain at one of the teams, and he's on a free. Man, there's so many players out there we can go get to get us over the line. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm telling you, if we don't come back in 2 weeks and have this discussion on transfer window day, That deadline day, if we do not have 3 players, I'm gonna be real pissed. And if we squander this, I'm not gonna never let him live it down. I'm gonna be on his ass like white on rice.
We wasted last January window, just terminating contracts, right? And as much as people are saying that's great, since manager's been here, since Arteta's been Arsenal manager, which is 3 years and 1 month. In fact, it's 3 years and 1 month on Friday. Exactly. So that'd be 37 months he's been manager on Friday. Since he's been here, that wage bill has come down 1 million a week. 1 million a week. Right? So fair play, because we're top of the table and they've saved all of this money now, right? But, like you've said, we are top of the league. See, we are top of the league. Now, back him with players now. Let's not wait till the summer when Zaha's totally out of contract and got 50 clubs lining up for him. Let's go and get him now. Just pay the money, man. Get it over the line. Imagine the absolute buzz if we win a title, bro, after 18 years.
All of the money that you spend, you'll make it back.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. We're guaranteed Champions League anyway. There ain't no way we're finishing 5th. So we've got the money now. We've secured the bag. The bag can go in the wardrobe. We can stick it under the bed, wherever. Bury it in the garden. Put it in the shed, whatever. But now, go and win the title. Bro, can you imagine how much income Arsenal would generate off of sponsorship deals? With all of them boxes, executive boxes around the stadium. They'd sell out like that. They'd get their money back so quick, man. Just spend the money, man. Not even 100 million, bro. Maybe 80 million, 70 million. 70. And I think we'll win the league.
I honestly think that we're 2-3 players away. And I don't know if Gary's still in the chat, but it's a running joke. Gary said we need 8 players. He said because people get hurt. But we need all the insurance we can get. I'm telling you, we need insurance across the board. Okay, this person gets hurt. Okay, boom, we got this person that can go in. This person gets hurt. Boom, we got somebody going. Well, what about Jesus when he gets back? Well, he'll fit in somewhere. We'll figure out where he can go when we don't have time to worry about right now. We need to get people in because yesterday, once again, Eddie Nketiah had about 3-4 opportunities there to score in that game. He actually had a chance to lay one off to Odegaard, but he tried to shoot it and nothing. I'm telling y'all, that's going to catch us somewhere in the next couple of games where he's going to have a golden opportunity and he's going to have to score. Playing against Oxford is cool, but when we're in the middle of when we get to about March, Lee, when it gets really thick in March, when it's either we need to get this to get over the line or it's going to be squeaky bum time. You have to ask yourself, can this dude get us 14 goals to get us over the line? And everything I've seen, I didn't say anything about his work ethic because he works hard as hell. I said, can he get goals to get us over the line? And from what I see from the eye test I don't think it can happen. Which is why
I agree, man. He could have had a hat-trick yesterday. He should have had a hat-trick yesterday. But as it stands right now, we are still top. But, bro, when it comes down to that Europa League, and Arteta even said that we hope to have Jesus back. Jesus back. By the last few months of the season, he said. He said like we hope to have him back with the end months or something. So, bro, when we've got a game every 3 days, are we relying on Eddie? Like that ain't good enough, bro. I'm sorry, it ain't. It really ain't.
I mean, it's almost as if I don't like I told you, I don't think they really realize for us to be where we are. I mean, we're competing in FA Cup and the Europa League, and we're on the title charge. That's 3 areas of concern. You can't play the entire team every single game. We had the starters had to bail us out against Oxford. You understand that, Lee? We had to go and get our best players to come onto the pitch to defeat a team of guys that paint houses throughout the week.
It's mad, isn't it? It is actually mad, bro.
Yeah,
imagine when we're in the Europa League.
Yeah, and you play like Sevilla and all them teams. Yeah, and then you got to travel. You got to come back on Sunday. You got to go back out. You got FA Cup. I mean, it's just complete madness at where we are, and we're not prepared. And it's an indictment on Edu. Somebody brought up in the chat, I think it was December. I can't remember who it was. Somebody asked about Richard Garlick, man. What does that guy do? You know, that's another guy that needs to be asked. What do you do, man? What do you do? Because y'all are supposed to be getting these players and stuff, man. And here we are sitting here once again. See, Lee, the thing that eats me up about this is they knew that we needed the signings. And we said, what did we say? Soon as January comes in, that first week, whoever, I've been saying this the entire time, whoever, because you don't know who this team gonna get, whoever they plan on bringing in should have been in. And here we go. We're counting them down, Lee. We're counting
yellow ticket tape on Sky on the 1st of Jan. What we should have been seeing.
Yep. We should have been seeing jerseys held up, you know, smile, whoever it is, and moving on. We should have our business done. But so what happens if the United game someone gets hurt? Right. I mean, these are legit questions we need to be asking. Like, what happens here? So we've got.
What happens if Thomas Partey gets injured for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
Because let's be real, he is immense at the moment, mate. Yeah, and he's playing great football at the minute. If he gets injured, we're in big trouble. If Saliba or Gabriel get injured, we're in big trouble.
Yeah.
And listen, people are saying, oh, why can't you just enjoy being top of the league? We just beat Tottenham. Yeah, you were the same people that said, why can't you just enjoy being fourth with 3 games to go?
Yeah.
And then we finished 5th. Yeah.
Yep. You know, you have you can't say, you know, I told somebody this over the weekend. We were talking about somebody said, well, you know, they need to really give Arteta some money. Well, Arteta's had money. Well, where are the players that he wants? What I hope happens is if Edu does not get this window right, Arteta come out and pull a Conte and say, hey, look at man, y'all want me to win these titles, but this is what I need. Because it's getting to a point where it's getting ridiculous that we have to keep going through this over and over and over and over, where we're in for these players. We just can't get them over the line. Or we come up a 42 and a pound short. You know,
40 million and one.
40 million and one. You know, you're coming up a short, you know, you're not see, there it is right there. He said 10 players, Matt. We still need 10 players.
Right, to be fair, he's not lying. We could do with that. Then we've got a super team like City.
Yeah. Because see, they can go to the bench regardless of what kind of form they're on right now. Regardless of what kind of form they're on, you still got your boy Mahrez over there. You got a quality across the board from when they get tight. And that's what I'm afraid it's going to come down to, is who's going to be the last team standing there at the end. Because, see, that's where your bench plays a part. Because for years, City could always go. When it got really bad, they could always go to the bench. Hell, that's where Jesus was scoring all the goals for them, coming off the bench. 1 here, 2 there, 3 there, you know, Mahrez, you know. And so I think that bench is going to be critical to get us over the line, because I'm mighty afraid, like you said, if Partey gets hurt, you know, Shaka, God forbid, Odegaard with the way he's playing gets hurt. Yeah. You know, Ben White, anybody? Ben White gets a knock. Saliba, Gabriel. I mean, these are major questions. Yeah. So fans have got to start coming out at demanding signings for this window.
But they won't though, bro, because like Tony says in the chat, the top 4 is the target. Top 4 is the target. So when we're sitting here saying all of this, we're seen as negative. Why are you being negative? We're 8 points clear. We've just beat Tottenham. Everyone's playing great. And Matt, we said this in the summer. We said that window was a 4 out of 10, a 3 out of 10, whatever we gave it out of 10. You're negative. You're toxic. Now, fast forward, the same thing. We said Jesus would get injured. He got injured. Can we rely on Thomas Partey for another 25 games, maybe 35 games? Depends how we do in Europa and FA Cup. Yeah, potentially another 30-odd games. Is he going to stay fit for that?
Yeah.
He's not no track record at Arsenal are doing that. So, you know, we're gonna see him get injured at some point. And that's how we have to deal with it. You know, it's all well and good throwing El Neni in the team. Great, whoopee. But if he's out for 6, 7, 8, 9 games, we see last season El Neni got us from 4th to 5th when he played 8 games. Eddie got us from 4th to 5th. And everyone was going, give him new contracts.
What was it, Lee? What were they saying about points? What were they saying about the points? What was it, Lee? What was they saying about the points that we had on the board? The games on the board? Or something?
Yeah. Points on the board's better than games in hand. But when we had games in hand was better.
Yeah. And we kept saying like, "Hey, y'all, we playing with fire." And lo and behold, you know, and this is why I said over the weekend, we have to, every game we go into, we have to win. We cannot start dropping points. You got United coming up on the back end. And all of that encompasses us doing good business in the transfer window as well, because it plays a part. Everything when you're at the top plays a part. You can't cheat your way through not competing. And that's what I told you, we're the Scrooge McDucks of the transfer world. We want to get what we can get at the smallest price and get the highest value. We also do this too, Lee. We overvalue our players that's deadwood and undervalue everybody else's players.
Facts. Yeah,
and
big
so
facts.
This is why you can't. All these players that's out on loan outside of Balogun and all these other players. This is why you can't get rid of them, because we want top dollar for a player that's probably worth $3 million at best.
Mm.
And that falls, who shoulder that falls back on, right? That's Edu. That falls right back on his shoulder. Because some of these times, like, we had money, we could have sold Maitland-Niles a long time ago, but didn't do it. And then now you're stuck with him. And that's not to knock him. I think he's a good utility player, but you could have made money, and so you just see this thing. And Lee, let's go here. Let's look at this. So now that this Mudryk mess is over, what are the solutions? Who, if you were a director for 2 days, because it would take probably 2 days to get a deal over the line, who would you bring in to help get us over the line? Chat, give us. I saw some people in the chat. I saw McAllister, Zaha. Y'all keep dropping them in there. Who do you think, Lee, could get us over the line? I think I know who it is. I know one of them is Tony. So who do you think could get us over the line?
Ivan Toney in a heartbeat. But if you're not going to get Ivan Toney and you don't want to do 60 million on him with all this betting scandal over his head, cool. I understand that. Then go and pay 25 M's for Wilfried Zaha. That has to be a no-brainer, bro. That guy has got 6 months left, 5 months left on his contract. You put him on a 2-year deal. You pay him 100 grand a week. You've paid 20 million. You've now gone 30 mil with wages over 2 years. Bro, 30 mil. He can play up front. He can play on the right. He can play on the left.
Yep.
That's a no-brainer to me. Like, honestly, Trossard, no-brainer to me. Yeah, because you can have a day where Martinelli looked tired yesterday, looked not great yesterday.
Yeah.
You can say, right, you're coming off. And and I love Tierney, we put Tierney in his position, bro.
I mean, that tells you all you need to know about how bare the cupboard is on our bench. We're scared.
That's my boy Tierney. But now imagine you're bringing Wolf on with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, we probably scored two more goals. Yeah, we just scored 2 more.
Tierney's not going to start around 4 players and put it top bins. Let's be real. Yeah, but I think them two, him and Trossard, no-brainers. You can put Trossard on the left and Wolf up front in certain games. Then you can have Martinelli coming off the bench. When Jesus is back fit, you can have Wolf on the left, Martinelli on the right. He looked good against Oxford on the right.
Yep.
And then you can give Saka a rest.
Yep.
Them two, definitely.
You've been saying for a while, I don't think people realize how much soccer's played out. That's a lot of mileage.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy a Porsche, you don't buy a Porsche to put 200,000 miles on it. And that's literally what we've done with soccer. We've got the mileage on him is unbelievable. We have literally ran him in the ground. It's amazing he's still standing. Lumity, I want to come to this right here. Arsenal have made Declan Rice their top target for this summer and are growing in confidence that they can beat Chelsea to his signature. Yeah. And I'm not laughing at you, brother. I'm not laughing.
They'll bid 300.
Yeah, I ain't laughing at him. I'm laughing at the fact that that's what they said, that Chelsea, that they can beat Chelsea. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna throw this in there too. People are not realizing this. Do people realize that Newcastle's gonna have money to spend in the summer? Do people realize that Aston Villa will have money to spend in the summer?
Yeah.
It's not just going to be who we normally think it is. It's going to be some new people entering. You remember on Street Fighter, you press the start button. New fighter has entered the tournament. Yeah, this is you got with Newcastle. a new player has entered the tournament. Yeah, Newcastle is here, and they're going to start dropping money all over the place. So whatever business, Arsenal needs to move swiftly. That's the term I'm going to start using, swiftly, with whoever they want. Even in this window, Trossard, you think Newcastle's not going to look to strengthen their position? They're in third place. They're going to look at this and say, "Well, hell, we can have an outright go at this title too. We're in the discussion of the title."
Isak, they're all on.
Yeah,
they've got the strikers. They got Isak. They got Callum Wilson. They got Chris Wood. That's 3 different types of striker there. They got more strikers than us.
Yeah, they've got rotation. They can rotate. That's the difference. When it's time for us to go get a striker, we go get Kieran Tierney. Come on, bro. Bro, that's crazy. That's like being a plumber and you go pick up a tire. I mean, come on, man. We are in bad shape. This bench is in bad shape, man. And it's been like that it's been really like that when you look at the last 3 games. The Arteta looks down the line and he doesn't have anything he can put on. And I mean, and it speaks volumes back to Fabio Vieira. Is that, bro? Apparently, you're not showing him something in practice. The way he can look at you and go, yeah, I think he can go get the job done. But this is a player league. We spent $32 million on this guy. When you could have spent the money on Zaha.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. Zaha is the one. Cheap, couple of years, quick fix, knows the league inside out. He's played about, in fact, let me see how many games he's played. I'm sure he's played about 400 games in the Premier League. I may be wrong, but I'm sure he's played.
I don't know if Martinelli will work up front, man. We've seen that play out before. I don't think that's his strongest suit. If it was in a dire emergency and we did not sign anybody in this window, we would probably be forced to have to do that at some point. But
if it ain't broke, why fix it, bro?
Yeah, I think he's fine right where he is.
He's played 295 Premier League games, Wolf.
I mean, the experience. He scored in big games.
He's got a 1 in 3. He's got a 1 in 3. In fact, better than 1 in 3 for Crystal Palace in the Premier League for goals and assists.
Yeah,
I mean, Palace. Now you're leveling up. Yeah, I mean, you got him as a start, and you know he'll work his nuts off. He's a fucking Arsenal fan, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it makes so much sense. Now, so who would you bring in for midfield? Because like you said earlier, if Partey goes down, Xhaka goes down. Somebody asked earlier. I was going to come back to it last, but since we're here now, I'll ask it. Have we fallen in with Xhaka? I think Xhaka has just really. It took him long enough, but I just think he really just like mentally grew up and realized.
Bro, he was about to go and beat up a load of Spurs players yesterday after full time. If you see him, I'll say it was chasing after him.
Yeah, that would be good theater there, bro. That would be good theater there, man.
He was grabbing Ramsdale. I'll tell you, he was walking Ramsdale away, and Xhaka just bolted straight past him, like, let me at him.
Yeah.
Listen, Xhaka's been superb, and there is a but. Yeah, he has been superb. I'm not his biggest fan at all, as you know, right? But he has been at this football club for 7 years. Only half a season's he been any good. If it culminates in us challenging for a title till the death, fair play to him. Yeah, because this guy should have left years ago.
Yeah,
he should have been sacked years ago. So I don't know what he's been drinking. I don't know whether Arteta's spoon feeding him. I don't know whether he's tucking him in at night and telling him, "Yo, I'm gonna be your dad. I'm gonna look after you." Blah blah blah. I have no idea. But whatever he's doing, keep doing it. Yeah, it's almost like it's funny because Liverpool haven't got their inhalers anymore. It's like we've got. It's like we found the missing inhalers. Like maybe they left them in the changing room at the Emirates when they come down.
Yeah.
Maybe they did.
Man,
You know what I mean? Arteta's gone, yo, looky what I found.
what about the fullbacks, center backs? Do you think we need anything?
The midfielder, sorry, Caicedo was the midfielder.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Caicedo. Yeah, I forgot all about Caicedo.
He's on $3.5 grand a week.
That is now he would be somebody.
Probably earns more than that, right? And everyone's scared of Arsenal.
Yeah. You know, this is why as I cycle through this, you made me think about something. This is why I said we should have got our business done early, because he could, a lot of these signings that we bring it up to, he could have been trying to work for them, have his summer stuff already sorted out. You know, Salcedo should be coming in.
Yeah, man.
You know, fullbacks. So let's go to the back line. Do you think we need who do you think we need to?
I think we need a centre back. I'd take Anderson from Palace in a heartbeat. You know, I think he gives us something different. I think he's a bit of a shithouse. He can wind people up. We see that with Darwin. You ask him to man mark a guy, that's your guy.
Yeah,
he will follow him. He'll wipe his backside. He'll make sure he has his orange juice at halftime, and he'll make sure that he's got his shorts pulled up, ready to get it stuck in the second half. Bro, I think he's a top centre back. He's a throwback to an old school centre back. Yeah, and I think that we could get him Rob Holding plus 25 M's. Job done.
Yeah, Rob Holding needs to go.
Ironically, they both wear number 16. They don't have to change shirt numbers.
Yeah, you just bring them straight in. Yeah, no arguments there. Yeah, Rob Holding is one that needs to. I want people to understand this. Me and Tony Gunnar Claude, we talked about this the other day. I want folks to let this sink in. If either one of our two center backs go down for the year, we're stuck with Rob Holding on the back.
Or we put Ben White back in at centre back and Tommy at right back, which I do not want. We see that last season and ended 5th.
Yeah, I mean, you see it. You both see. I know Ola's probably watching this. Probably he's gonna hate this, but you see how erratic Tommy Elso can be. He can be very erratic at times. You know.
Oh, he is the defensive version of El Neni. Steady for most of the games, but every now and again it'll look great.
I will pay for Gerard for 6 months out of my pocket myself if we could get a collection today if we could get Giroud for 6 months. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Oh man. But yeah, Lee, I know you gotta get ready. You gotta get ready to scoot out of here, man. I really appreciate you coming through. Yeah.
Hey, listen, that flew by super quick as well, probably because we were late. But,
yeah. Hey, thanks everybody, man. Yeah, man. Thanks everybody, man. I made the 300 subscribers, man. So I appreciate that, man.
Boom. There we go. That's how we're rolling. Come on. Now let's get down to 400. Anyone who ain't subscribed, do it now. Do it now.
Yeah. Likewise, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Lee's other channel, Lee Gunner Reacts. Congratulations on getting over that line last week, my brother.
Oh, mate, I put the graft in, all them watch-alongs I was doing. But yeah, big up to everyone who came and watched and joined in and stuff like that. It's been monetized now. So yeah, thank you, man.
And tonight I will be on DWTT right here. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to this gentleman. We will be on there. Me and him go back and forth all the time about Arsenal. We'll be discussing the game yesterday, and we'll be talking about. I'm pretty sure we'll be talking about the transfer window tonight. If you are up and in the States, it's 5. We're going to be on at 5:30 tonight because he wants to watch his Dallas Cowboys take a L tonight. So normally it's on Monday at 7:30, but we'll be on tonight at 5:30 Eastern time. So y'all make sure y'all check WTT out, brother Gary. And what you got coming up, man? We know Kenny and Jez. I think you got with the Real Talk podcast.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the Real Talk podcast, literally any minute now. And then straight after that, I'm on with Henry Wright TV. Big up to Henry as well, by the way, because he did actually come up and do a fan cam.
I thought he was going to do like he did last year and rolled out on you, man.
He just sat there and he was like just like this. There was nothing he could say. It was funny. He weren't happy though. Like anyone who ain't checked it out, go and check out the fan cams, man.
Yeah, man.
Channel straight after the podcast. So yeah, looking forward to that. And then I need to record 2 videos. One obviously about Declan Rice and one about the other what's his name? Rafinha. We're linked to maybe Rafinha. I'll see what other news is out there, but they'll be coming out tonight and early hours of the morning as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that, people. Yeah,
man, that was funny about with Henry yesterday, and I agree with you, man. Tottenham, man, they hadn't won anything, so I don't know how they the rival. I know historically they're the rival, but as far as I'm concerned, Manchester United, this game this week, this far as I'm concerned, this is what it's about. This is what I grew up on: Manchester United and Arsenal. So this is the game I'm looking. I've already got people sending me messages talking shit already about this game this week. So I'm like, yeah, it's the first time in a while y'all actually can talk trash going into a game with us. So we're gonna put them to the sword as well, man. So awesome. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody for dropping some love in the chat. I tried to get to everybody. This hour just flew by quick. We'll have to do this again, Lee. Yeah, and y'all make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. And we out.
Peace.